It is widely recognized that a stable and enabling environment plus a supportive government are key factors to actualize business success in any economy. Startups as well as the small, medium, macro, and micro enterprises, SMEs, are generally regarded as the driving force towards this reality. In order for local businesses to flourish, improve job creation, attract foreign investment, and deal with poverty issues, the Nigerian government established the Ease of Doing Business initiative in the country. However, business owners in the country have continued to decry the many challenges they encounter in their operations. Therefore, to achieve the ease of doing business in Nigeria, government, alongside the private sector, is tasked with identifying and addressing the bottlenecks to this initiative. In light of this enviable development, Bonaview is putting together a special TV spotlight on the ease of doing business in Nigeria.
Well, it's an important day because we made a commitment to focus on repositioning Salus Trust. And we've done so because it is important, given the opportunity in the marketplace and what we refer to as a virgin market. Because health maintenance organization opportunity in Nigeria and healthcare in terms of penetration level is less than 5%.
2007, precisely May 22nd, the Corporate Affairs Commission incorporated Salus Trust as a company limited by shares. The initiative to incorporate Salus Trust came from the Cali Bishops Conference of Nigeria. There was a need for the church to take a lead in providing easy access to quality health care for Nigerians.
I'm the head corporate affair and the secretary and PA to the MD. So we tend doing a lot of adverts, which is actually needed in the company as at now.
Aspiration should be a primary desire. An aspiration to get better, aspiration to grow stronger, aspiration to take charge in various positions, especially in the area of leadership. And there is no way you run around all of these aspirations without looking at your vision, looking at who you are. The vision determines the picture of the end point of the journey. Interestingly, for the corporate organization, it is possible to have a lifetime vision, and it is also possible to have a vision that is reviewable from time to time. And the industry should watch out for us because, like I said, it's not just about the design. It's about it speaking to the market. It's about it speaking from who we are to the entire world. Thank you.
Count of three. Are we ready?
Yes.
1. I didn't say 1.5. I'm going to jump to 2. And 3. Welcome. There you go.
Well, I feel so happy, so great, because it has been long awaiting, and they have come at the right time. And the process have to start in earnest, just as the logo has been unveiled, without looking back. Because with the logo now, the sky is our limit.
We started our engagement with Salus Trust in 2018. We were aware of the position of the company at the time, and we came in to provide advice in the restructuring efforts of the company. And in our engagement across the different stakeholders, we were very certain that the company was very focused and very committed to arriving at a destination that speaks to the fact that this is a leading HMO with a difference. And so we're excited today at First Ally Capital to witness this unveiling and to witness the fact that the company is taking one more step in the right direction. We've seen the logo, we've seen the wheel, and to me it speaks of a dynamic new company. And we're also excited that this also means that at the time when it comes for the company to raise the capital for which it engaged First Ally Capital to do for it on its behalf, we know that this new direction and this new endeavor will ensure that we reach our target capital raise amount, which is 700 million. Thank you very much once more for this opportunity to be here and to witness this great event.
Am I dreaming? What am I feeling? I know you're
Let desire lead you.
Patron de nuit.
Ambre exclusif.
The new fragrances by Essenza.
My name is Okolwa Bamiro. I'm an entrepreneur and I am very, very hyperactive. So I have my hands dabbled in different things. I never drop the ball. I'm very focused. I like to carry a lot of people along. I'm very open. I'm very sincere. And I'm very, very hardworking. We started out basically handling just per project basis, but now we're a full construction company and we handle turnkey projects, civil works, infrastructure, interior design, and all the works basically. We have a full team of structural engineers, civil engineers, we have electrical engineers, we have architects, we have a full design team of architects who design from end to end. It's an end-to-end solution provider, and we work with virtually every sector, from private sector, we handle the hospitality sector, educational sector, and also some governmental projects. So we work with any clients. We've handled different kinds of projects, from these interior design projects to branding projects to construction projects for different clients. We might not be able to mention some of the clients that we've done business with, but majorly turnkey projects from design stage to presentation to the actual civil works. And then finishing and then furnishing, branding, and then we hand over to the client. So we handle the entire scope of the work. So it's a very robust team that we have, and we can take on different kinds of projects. We want to add value within the construction sector, not just with our projects or with our innovations, but also with the human capital development. We see ourselves handling a lot of projects that has to do with training, taking more people off the streets, involving them within the construction value chain, expand the scope, of our influence, not just within Nigeria, but within Africa too. There are a lot of also other neighboring countries also that would, take advantage of some of the trainings that we are looking to have in the coming years. Starting from 2017, we started Deke Vocational Academy, and we've trained close to 1,000 people, of course, in conjunction with our partners, Lagos State Employment Trust Fund and UNDP. And we've worked with a lot of these students in even getting employment, from them within the state government. This year alone, we've also done a lot of training. Next year, we're going to continue training. It's very important for us to continually increase the human capital development for the construction sector. We train them in theory courses and practical courses. It's 30% theory, 70% practical. We always ensure that they go through a proper HSE briefing for every class that they take, because it's very important for them to be safety conscious on every site. This is too important in the construction sector, to eliminate any form of casualties and all of that. I've been in business for about 13 years. It's been a generally wonderful experience. Of course, naturally, there's that quest for having a more enabling environment, where startups can, survive their teething periods, at least for the first 1, 2, 3 years, until things, normalize. For example, I'm in the construction sector, and there are a lot of things that, affect our, business. For example, when you have power, and then you have to worry about, variations and all of that. And I mean, no client wants you to bring, an extra bill to them, when you already have a signed contract with them. But these are some of the things, that we sometimes experience. And then logistics, moving our materials to different locations, because sometimes we have to work outside of Lagos. For example, last year we were working in the northern areas, and getting our personnel to those areas were very difficult. Sometimes the road, I don't want to really mention some of these locations, but the road access to those places, it was very difficult moving materials. Some of them we even had to get boats to move the materials from one location to the other. And of course, we also had sometimes the problem of security. Would have to engage additional security to stay with our personnel when executing some of these projects.
We started the inauguration last year at Yaba, and we are here today. I'm presenting the commendation of our general manager, the first female general manager in Aseba, Dr. Mrs. Dolapo Ayobuni Fashawo. To every one of us here, that we are going to felicitate with you and collaborate with you.
One of the reasons why I'm thanking Dr. Chonogo again is that our people, Nigeria was the first country in 2005 to be seen as being active in e-waste management. And that's what brought me at that time to have that. They already exist.
Your name, your email, because all of these things going to add to all the newsletters, so that we will be sending to you, so that you can send it to all of the people, your brother, your children, your girlfriend, everybody, so that they will shine their eyes. But later, you will become knowledgeable of what to do and what not to do about electronic waste.
My name is Dr. Ifeanyi Ochonogo, I'm a Rotary ambassador. I mean, when it comes to business, I would like to be shoulder to shoulder with any businessman that chooses to give back to the society. Since 2008, I have discovered the electronic waste crisis and the lack of an industry to defend us from that crisis, which is why I've gone forward to deal with the problem in the manner that I have. It's a matter of personal and community survival all rolled into one. So it's something that it's a must do. When I started this journey, electronic waste crisis, the nature that it has here in Nigeria is strictly one of we might consume electronic devices ourselves. We are thankful for the former president, General Obasanjo, that actually brought out the telecommunication industry, which was why we all have phones and so many phones, etc., etc. But with the way that it was chosen to actually bring this out, we thank God that we have had so many people on the inside in government, etc., that kept their ears peeled and actually stay strong to make the necessary changes, because gladly I can say last year and this year we heard that the legislation for electronic waste and data destruction was brought out, as well as enforcement criteria. It was recently announced. I mean, we were invited to Abuja, I think it was May, to be part of the establishment of the extended producer responsibility system. Ourselves and maybe another or two currently operating recycling companies in Nigeria, though I would have to reinstate that we are the most advanced and certified and indigenous. It would be good if the majority of the electronic devices that are being exported are reusable, refurbishable, because that way it's good for us. It's good for our ICT have-nots, ICT citizens that don't have the money to pay for the Samsungs and the this and that and the other, and the Apples, etc. They can get second-hand electronics imported, and they can afford to use them. So that's the good side of it. But unfortunately, 70% or 80% of electronics that come into the country are what we call e-waste.
Am I dreaming? What am I feeling? I know you
Let desire lead you.
Patron de nuit.
Ambre exclusif.
The new fragrances by Senza.
My name is Omo Alukwe. I'm a co-founder in Street Waste Company, and I'm also an independent environmental consultant. Street Waste Company is a waste management company, and basically what we do, we actually engage waste pickers to collect this recyclable waste from different areas. And we also do what we call advocacy. And one of the ways in which we advocate to the public regarding waste recycling is by making them to see how they can generate value from their waste. And it's an advocacy event which we tag the Lagos Upcycling event, where we showcase products that have been created from items people generally regard as waste. For example, ottomans that are made from PET bottles, ottomans made from tires. And when people get to see this creativity in items like this, then they tend to rethink of how they see waste. With that, they are able to think of, okay, what do I do with my waste instead of discarding it into the environment and then clogging our drainages. Waste management is a major issue in Nigeria and in Africa at large. And it actually has to start from each and every one of us. We have to start from the way we purchase items. For example, you want to go buy something and every single item you collect the plastic shopping bags. Those are what we call single-use plastic, and after then you don't use them again. These single-use plastics are what really stay so long in the environment. It takes over 500 years before they decompose, and that's why you see them clogging our drainages. Regarding advocacy and creating awareness, I can tell you that yes, we are trying our best as a company, and as a stakeholder in the waste management sector, we are doing what we can to make people get aware about the impact and the effects of not properly discarding our waste. 2019, yes, we've had we have it in the good way, we've also had it in the bad way. I know we had our expectations, some were met, and some we actually have to push it over to 2020. So basically, I would say it's been a 50-50 way for us, but definitely we are hopeful and we know 2020 will be better.
Middle Chase is an award-winning international property developer and specialist in all areas of construction, design, finishing, and other services. The company has a proud history of over 9 years' experience. Our mission: ongoing projects includes Fairfield Apartment Estate at Abijo, Lekki, Lagos, from 1 to 4 bedroom apartments. The elegantly styled living, dining, and kitchen areas are refined with unique ambience that set the scenes for the experience that awaits you. Mansfield Apartments, Surulere, Lagos, and more. Contact us today at 3rd floor, Viewpoint Plaza, Kilometer 16, Lekki Ekpe Express, along Nepa Road, opposite Jubilee Bridge, Ajah, Lagos State, or call 081 65 77 504, or you can email us at inquiry@midchase.com.
Rockables started in 2016. It started from my quest for being creative. I'm actually an engineer by profession. I mean, that's what I studied in school. So after school, I just thought to, how can I balance my creative side with what I have learned in school, then that's how I stumbled on, an interior outfit, Rockables.
Rockables was founded in 2016. It's a partnership between two brothers. And we're always, we've always been about using Nigerian products, and just being up there with the best, and sticking to our initial plan, which was to always go for Nigerian products.
We have this slogan, "Buy Naija to grow the Naira." So that is what sets us apart from, other interior companies, because most of the things, about 90% of the things that we use are, things that are made in Nigeria. So that's what sets us apart, from other companies.
It goes a long way to boosting our economy. I mean, that's why we like that slogan, and we clip that slogan, "Buy Naija to grow the Naira," because if we keep importing and importing and importing, this country is going to be paralyzed. So we want to, these artisans, they're working hard, they're making beautiful products, and we are not there to support them. And these are beautiful, beautiful things that you see here. Everything was made here in Nigeria, and that's just the vacuum that we saw. Like, every other person believes this thing that if it's not imported, it's not top quality. But we're trying to show that locally made content or products are just as beautiful and as quality as those that are imported. That's the vacuum.
At the moment, Nigerians are more receptive to change. Nigerians are more receptive to, seeing things look beautiful. And then, of course, technology also plays a very, vital role. with the whole of, social media and all of that. So now it is easy for you to showcase, your products, and then, your products can get from point A to point Z in microseconds. Putting that into perspective, I wouldn't say that foreign, are better than Nigerian products, but then again, we can't do better. We just need maybe a little bit of more finesse, and then we can actually get it right. Everything that is in this creative space is made in Nigeria, and I'm sure that this place looks really amazing. I'm sure you'd agree to that.